Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing some more demo work. I'm actually going to be removing the wall in the parlour, and then it's going to open that up and with the entry into the parlour, and then we're going to have the pocket doors there, the pocket doors inside the dining room to open those two rooms up together, and we're going to have arch here and an arch down there, two arches in the hallway still. So the reason I'm going to take this wall out is I had a comment during the week, and this person, now look, I've just gone through all my comments to try and find who said this, and there's so many comments there I can't actually find it, so I do apologise. Whoever said this to me, please let me know in the comments so that I can give you a shout out and say thanks. So yeah, they just said about opening up this wall and having an entry room and having the parlour opened up, and I've been playing around with a whole heap of ideas. So Cooper and me have been standing here measuring things, and I've been coming up with all sorts of harebrained ideas on what we can do to get this looking a little bit more period correct for a Federation villa. So we've decided we're going to remove this wall completely. That parlour then will be huge, which will be, I think just doing that will make a big difference. These rooms are big rooms, but they're quite small. When you start putting big furniture in there, they get small real quick. But I was just saying to Cooper that the house I was renting before I moved in here had bedrooms that were about 2.7 by 3 metres. Well, these rooms here are 3.3 by 4.8. So, you know, they're massive rooms, but they're very boxy. The house was very boxy the way it was. So, sorry Mum, I'm going to remove another wall. She'll be going, oh no, what's he doing now? I'm just trying to get this layout right and have it so that we can be most comfortable living in here. So that's the job we're going to do this week. So we'll get the tools out and we'll start knocking this wall down, and then I can do a walkthrough, and I'm sure it'll come through on the camera how much more spacious it is. So we'll get on with the work and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so that was literally 5 or 10 minutes after I last spoke to you. Knocked them off real easy. So I don't know if you can really get the idea looking through there, but it's opened that room right up, and I think it's going to look really good once it's all tidied up. We'll still have the two arches down here. I'll turn the camera up. I'll put it down the other end for you. So a bit of another view for you. So that'll come. That wall will come across and go straight into an arch, and then there'll be another one halfway between that wall and the arch at the back. So when you look down here, you'll see the two arches. But I was having a look at some plans of 1900, I think it's like 1890, 1910, around that era, Federation homes in Australia. I was looking at some floor plans, and they did have it where they came into a big room and then it went into a hallway. So I felt like, I'm going to be keeping true to that Federation villa type of floor plan. So I'm thinking over where that window is there, I'm thinking about putting a fireplace in there. It'll be a gas one, but it will look like be the same style as the one in the dining room. So if we got one there, and then my desk can go here, we're going to have the double sash windows like I think it was in the first episode, I showed you a picture of those. So that'll go there. There'll be plenty of light coming in. Plus you've got the light from the door with the side lights and the transom here. So there's plenty of light. So I think that'll be nice. And then we can have that fire on, and we can sort of heat this area up and down the hallway. It is becoming a bit more of an open plan sort of style. So we do need to work out our heating and cooling. I've got to look into it a bit more, but the boiler and radiators is definitely for the heating, a prospect at the moment. The fireplaces probably be a bit more just for aesthetic reasons, but we could use them as well. So I'll make sure that they're operational. So I'll just take you in there, and I want to have another chat. So I just thought I'd show you the chandelier. That's always been here. So there's a good chance that we'll just leave that where it is, and we'll get something else similar, maybe a bit more elaborate for the dining room. So I just wanted to show you that and let you know that that's always been here. So we'll plan on keeping that. Getting a bit thirsty while I'm working. So just poured myself one of my home brews. Look at that. Superb. Good morning, everyone. So I've had a bit of a slow start to the day. I didn't have a very good sleep, but I've got work to do. So today I'm going to build a wall across there because I've got to build that extra wall for the pocket doors, and I'm going to build the little nib walls and with the wall above for all the arches. So I've got to clean out all the rubbish before I get started on that. Julie did walk down here last night and stub her toe on a bit of timber, and I wasn't too popular, so I'll get the place cleaned up and we'll get into the work. Before I get started, I thought I might just show you this plasterboard here is what I cut off, the piece that came out onto the wall where the door was. That went straight through. So, and on the other side, I'll turn it around in a sec. This wall went all the way through, and then these other two walls were built afterwards. So exact same materials. So I don't think it was, built terribly long afterwards, but I think these two walls here were an afterthought. So that's just a little interesting thing. I thought that the way they built it, they didn't just build these walls straight through and then build all the walls back that way. That is how you would normally go about it. So yeah, that's interesting. I'll turn it around, I'll show you the other side. So you probably can't see it that well, but this piece of plasterboard in here went through, and then that wall was butted up to it afterwards. So you wouldn't have the plasterboard, you wouldn't put the plasterboard on before you finish the walls. So these walls were definitely built afterwards. I'm pretty confident in saying that. But yeah, and also that wall is set back in by about 20 mil. For whatever reason, they stuffed up the measurements, or I have no idea why they would have done that. But anyway, so yeah, interesting little fact for you. Another thing I should mention, the electrical board. This will be moved. It's going to be moved outside on the front left-hand side of the building. Have a board out there with all the meters on. It's going to be quite easy to do. I just need to disconnect this, drag all the wires up and over, and extend them a little bit. Of course, that's going to be a job for an electrician. I won't be mucking around. You're not allowed to mess with the meters, so that'll be a job for an electrician. But all these meters are read remotely these days. So they don't need to come in. They used to have to come in here and read the meter. And it was a real pain because they couldn't get it. There would be no one home when they need to read it, and they would end up just guessing, and then eventually it would catch up and you'd get a big bill. So it's good that if they ever do need to come and read the meter for any reason or do any work to it, they can just get to those meters easily outside without having to come in. And also it's a bit of an eyesore, especially because look how old this is, and it's had things taken off and new meters put on and all that kind of stuff, and it'll be a lot tidier without this here. So I do have to build this wall here, but I've got just enough room to put the wall here. I'm going to go for a thickness of the arches of about 400 mil. So I'm going to have a wall here that will line up with that, and a wall here, and I'll get that size, just be able to get that size in, and then these can be moved later on. So anyway, I better get on with that cleanup. I should just mention, I'm not going to reuse this timber. The nails in it are crazy, and they're the long lengths that were the studs, they've broken apart from me getting it out. But just I don't know if I'd even be able to get the nails out. I don't know what it is with these old nails, but they don't like to come out at all. The new nails that you use in the nail gun, they do have glue on them, but if you do something wrong, you can knock it apart relatively easily. These nails here, nah, I think because they skew the nails and they, in effect, make a dovetail pattern. So if you go like that, you can't pull it out because they're crossing, and I think that's why it's so hard to get them out. But then just trying to knock them out of the timber, I tried, because it's a fair bit of timber there, but it's not that good. It's all different sizes, and it would just make my life hard. So I've got some nice new timber out there, and I'm going to just use that stuff because it's just so easy, and it's going to be a hell of a lot quicker. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know. I tell you what, that was hard work. Those sheets got heavier and heavier, and that last one that I took out, I actually thought that I wasn't going to be able to lift it. I'm sweating like crazy. It's quite cool outside today, but whew, that'll get you warmed up. So finally got all that out. I'll sweep up all this plaster stuff and vacuum up, because when I start laying out the timber frames, I don't want them sitting up on blobs of plaster. So I'll clean all that out, and I'll mark out the pocket doors on this door so I can build the wall. I won't cut the hole through just yet, but I'll build the wall. I've got to get the track, so I can't go and sheet the wall or anything, but I can get while I'm building frames, I might as well build that wall. So I'm going to get that done, and yeah, we'll start to see things come together. So I'll clean up this mess here, and then we'll start bringing the timber in. Tell you what, if she doesn't want to be picked up, she knows what to do. She rolls on her back and starts kicking her legs. Wore me out just trying to get her out. She loves the broom, or hates it, one or the other. And I've got to sweep this up. I can't mess around all day. All right, so there's the second set of pocket doors marked out. So I'll build my frame to there, and I've gone the extra 100mm up there, so that that's where the frame will go, but I'll cut this out at 27, 100mm lower than that. So I should go ahead and mark that. I've actually forgotten about that. But yeah, so these are going to be a bit smaller, but it's as big as I can get it, so that they'll slide into so that they'll slide into the doors and completely disappear. So that should be good. They're 800 wide, so they're pretty much the size of a standard like internal house door. So yeah, that's 1600, so we'll be able to get a table come through here, and you just won't be able to have someone sitting right where the wall is, but that's not really a problem. But at least we can open it up and we can all see each other and talk to each other, so that'll be awesome. So I can make the frames up now. So I've just got to mark the wall on the other side and make sure that I've got to come out. So I've got a 90mm stud, 10mm gyprock and a 50mm gap. So I've got to come out 150mm from there, and that's where the face of the wall will be. So I've got to line that up on the other side, and then yeah, we can make sure that's all in line and looking good. So yeah, I'll start dragging some timber in. All right, so I've brought in a heap of timber. Probably going to need some more, because each one of these little pieces that go up the wall there, the little nib walls, are only 200. They take 4 studs and then all the noggins to hold them together. So I've got 4 of those to do. So that's 16 pieces. So I'm going to use up a ton of timber. Lucky I've got a whole pack out there. But yeah, so I'll start cutting them, and well, I'll cut my bottom plates first, and then I'll start cutting all the studs. About 3 hours cutting timber, and I've cut all the bits of timber I need. So I've got this wall, I've got all the little nib walls, I've got the piece in the middle there, all the pieces for the top of the arches, everything's all cut. So now I can just get the nail gun going and nail everything up. So before I do that, that line across the top there, that's going to have 2 pieces of 35mm timber nailed onto that line to the bottom. And that's going to be where the track will go up and sit. So I'll put that up first, and then the frames can go up against it. Tell you what, I'm buggered. Do I look it? I'm really buggered. Got most of the frames built. I've got to pull off some of the top beading along the ceiling, the old cornice. I've got to get skirting up, and then I can start putting all the frames up. So I've just discovered there's a vent, because this was, like I was saying, just a big open building. The vents were just spaced like probably evenly throughout the length of the house, and it happens to be right in the corner, so I've just got to smash that out. Not a big deal, but I'll go up and do that. So see this vent here, so I just got to break that off, because that'll be behind, the wall will be out here somewhere, so, and it's got to go back against the wall. Bit of a hole and dust. That's all right, because I've come across that in the other bedroom, or in the main bedroom, and I just need to fill that up. The cornice comes down over that anyway, so it's not really a big deal. All right, that's about it now. I can put those walls up. Well, we've got a problem, Houston. My nail gun has blown an O-ring, so I can't finish the job I wanted to do. So I'm going to have to chase up a new O-ring and then finish this off, and hopefully get the finished video out to you next week. So I've got the wall up here for the pocket doors, so that's pretty cool. You can see where they're going. And I've got one of the little nibs up over there where the arch will be going. I really wanted to get them all up so I could see how it was going to look with the 3 arches going down the hallway, but unfortunately my nail gun had other ideas. So I'm going to have to call it a day, but I've got, that's a fair bit of work that I've done anyway. I'll get this video edited and out to you. And I'll get this nail gun fixed, and we'll be able to finish it off for next week. So yeah, I guess you can get a bit of an idea on how it looks, or from in here. So there'll be an arch up there. I've got another frame to knock together that will go up the top there, and then the arch will go in. So that's going to look pretty nice with the arch. So in the parlour here, looking out into an arch, and then when you look down the hallway, the 3 arches, boom, 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 going down the hallway. So that's going to look awesome. So sorry about that, and I'll wind it up there. Thanks very much for watching, and to all the new subscribers, welcome, and thank you for subscribing, and I hope you enjoy all the content. If you have watched this video and you're not subscribed, maybe if you want to consider subscribing. If you enjoyed the content, this is the kind of stuff I'll be doing, and it's mainly all just renovating stuff. So hope you find that interesting and want to subscribe. And feel free to comment. I love communicating with you guys. It keeps me busy. I'll wake up a few times during the night. I'll go, oh, a comment, and I'll reply back. I quite enjoy that. You know, I'm not going to sleep right through the night anyway. So yeah, so that'll be it. Thanks very much. Until next week, you take care. Cheers.